You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
10 Football Ferns are set for World Cup debuts on home soil in New Zealand later in the month. New Zealand coach Jitka Klimkova has announced her squad for the tournament being hosted here and in Australia. The notable omission, 63 cap defender Michaela Moore. She is, though, one of 3 training partners named for the tournament in addition to the 23-strong roster. The Ferns play a warm-up game against Vietnam in Napier on Monday week, July the 10th, before their World Cup opener against Norway at Eden Park on the night of Thursday, July 20. 5 centurions in the squad. Co-captains Ali Riley and Ria Percival, Betsy Hassett, Hannah Wilkinson and Annalie Longo, who has recovered from an ACL injury just in time to take her place in the squad. Annalie Longo is with us. Did you always think that you were going to make it back in time?
Oh, that's a tough question. I want to say there was definitely a little bit of belief, but I can assure you there was also a bit of doubt. I think just with the time frame we knew we were going to be pushing it. But I think the amazing thing was the support staff I had around me. There was definitely a belief there from Jitka, and we took one day at a time, and absolute dream come true. I'm absolutely buzzing and couldn't be more proud to wear that jersey again.
So tell us about what happened all the way back and what the last 9-10 months have been like for you. Just take us on a little bit of a journey.
Well, it has been a journey. I think when I went down in that game last September against Mexico, I knew straight away that it wasn't good. I thought I've dislocated my knee or I've ruptured my ACL, and unfortunately the scans came back and it showed the worst. So, we knew from there it was 10 months, and we always knew it was going to be kind of a challenge, but I kind of quickly set that goal that I really wanted to be part of this World Cup group and part of such a monumental occasion here in New Zealand. So, I've worked very hard to be back here and took it day by day, and very good support network beside me. A lot of physios and a lot of kind of mental skills and all the sorts that go with it. And then the last 8 weeks I've been in camp with the team, and it's just been nice to be part of the group again. I think the injury is sometimes isolating. It's very kind of an individual thing you go through, and to be back in this group and training and now feeling kind of fit and strong and ready to take on the world, it's kind of all been worth it. So I couldn't be kind of more proud of myself and the team around me that I have this opportunity now. And I think the one thing I've kind of learned is not to take this jersey for granted, and in a split second it can be taken away from you, whether it's injury or selection. And so for me it's just to kind of grab this moment and enjoy it and celebrate, I guess, making the squad, but also we've got a very important job to do in 20 days' time, and I couldn't be more excited to wear that jersey and be part of this group.
Outstanding. So do you feel now 100%? Are you back to what you were like pre-injury?
I think slowly, day by day, I'm getting there. I think I've picked up more and more minutes each week being in camp, and yesterday we had a game and I felt really sharp, I felt really strong, and I'm feeling actually a lot quicker than I was pre-injury. So all really exciting to kind of be out there. I think I had that kind of kid feeling again of just kind of being back on that pitch and hungry, and got that kind of determination back. So I feel lively. Sometimes a break away from football and the things you do every day is, it can come back refreshing. So I feel that, and hopefully I can bring that energy into the squad, and hopefully we can create something special.
You're one of the more positive people I've ever met in the game of football. But were there times over the last 9 months, Annalie, when it was challenging for you to remain positive?
I think there was a lot of doubt, I think, in my own recovery in terms of will I make it, will I not? I think also when you hear, obviously the media and unfortunately, the Ferns weren't putting in performances that, they would have hoped of. So that, obviously hard to be on the sideline and feel like you can't contribute. So I think there was definitely some doubts and some kind of a negative attitude kind of coming into the group. But I think, the most important thing is we're here now. There's a real belief, there's a real energy around the squad. And, I certainly think we've got some amazing young players that have kind of come through. They've now got a bit of experience behind them, and I think, together we can be a cohesive group and really put out a performance that New Zealand can be proud of.
Yeah, you've been around New Zealand sides for a long time. Just talk to me about the blend of this 23 and just the particular strengths you see and the balance that is across the group of players that Jitka has announced.
Yeah, I think it is the perfect blend. I think, when you bring the likes of Red Bissell back into the squad, you've got, quality players like Katie Bower and Rebecca Stott, and then you've got some youthful talent coming through with the likes, of the exciting Lily Clegg, even Paige Thatcher now with a lot of caps under about Gabby Rennie, some quick players that, can create, opportunities for you. I think it's just a nice blend of players. So, it's going to be really important that there's a belief behind the group, but it's going to be really important that the crowd and the media really jump on board and support this team. And I think what you'll see is kind of a very courageous group that's going to go out and do our very best.
And you talked before about almost feeling like a bit of a kid, about, as if it's your first time selected. As I say, you've been around this team for a while and are one of the more experienced players in there. But you must sense just something a bit special. I mean, it's a World Cup on your home grass. That must be a really cool prospect.
I think it is. I think just, the amount of attention, the support we've had here today at the announcement, to have, I guess, past players, in and around the environment, everything just feels that little bit bigger and that little bit more special. So with that, I think, and having this opportunity to represent the jersey, I think there comes a bit of responsibility with that. And so I guess we want to go out there and just make sure that we do ourselves proud. And even the most important thing is we do our best. And I think everyone of the 23 and even the 24 we've said with all the past players and the players that weren't selected today, we just want to go out and do what we can.
And I know, you're also involved heavily in the promotion of the game of football, particularly to young girls in New Zealand and helping them to, perhaps be the next wave of football ferns, but certainly to get themselves involved in the game. How big do you think this tournament's going to be in that regard in terms of encouraging the next wave of aspirational young female footballers?
Yeah, I think as a group, that's our purpose, is to leave a legacy and to inspire, the next generation coming through. So I think this World Cup is massive, it's huge, and I think the exciting thing about football is, there's so many opportunities now to get involved for women and for men, and whether that be coaching, refereeing, administration, I think playing, I think now you can go over and play professional, you can play professionally in New Zealand. I think you've just seen the growth of the sport. So to have, the Women's World Cup here and to inspire that next generation is certainly something that, we're all, eager to do in 20 days' time. I'm standing here currently at Eden Park and, there's goosebumps. I know the team can't wait to run out and, kind of soak up that atmosphere.
Absolutely. Well, I must say I'm personally gutted that we're not going to have you as part of the Sky Sport team covering the tournament, but I am 10 times more delighted that you've made it back, Annalie. It's just amazing that you're going to get the chance to play in this tournament, and congratulations on the way you've worked so hard over the last 9 or 10 months to get to this day. I'm just stoked for you, and I hope everything plays out exactly the way you want it to.
Awesome. Thanks, Piney. I really appreciate it.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.